Right now, using your bot feels like using a command line. It's powerful, but it's annoying. Users don't want to type commands, they want to tap. In this video, we are going to kill the keyboard. We are going to build the main dashboard for BurgerBite. We'll learn how to replace the standard phone keyboard with custom buttons, handle those button presses, and design a user flow that feels like a native app. By the end of this lesson, your bot will look professional. Let's build the interface. Welcome to Level 2. In Level 1, we built the engine. We have a bot that responds to start and echoes text. But echoing isn't a feature. Today, we focus on user experience. We are going to use something called a Reply Keyboard. A Reply Keyboard essentially tells the Telegram app, hey, hide the user's QWERTY keyboard and show these specific buttons instead. When the user taps a button, it sends that exact text to the chat, as if they typed it manually. This is the standard way to build main menus in Telegram. Open main.py. We need some new tools from the library. Go to your imports at the top. We need to add Reply Keyboard Markup and Keyboard Button. Update your import line to from Telegram import update Reply Keyboard Markup and Keyboard Button. Keyboard Button represents a single button. Reply Keyboard Markup represents the customized layout, the grid of buttons. Now, a senior engineer tip. Don't define your keyboard inside the function. If you bury it inside async def start, your code gets messy. Let's define the layout as a constant at the top level of our script or in a separate file later. Write this: main menu keyboard equals list keyboard button menu keyboard button cart list keyboard button contact list keyboard button hours. How does this work? It's a list of lists. The outer list is the keyboard. Each inner list is a row. So row 1 will have menu and cart side by side. Row 2 will have contact and hours side by side. This 2x2 grid is the gold standard for bot menus. Now, let's serve this menu to the user. Go to your start function. Currently, it just says await update.message.reply text. Hello, I am BurgerBite. Hungry? We need to modify this. To attach a keyboard to a message, we use the argument reply markup. Change the code to this. Add the following line of code directly below the def async function declaration to define the keyboard markup. Reply underscore markup equals reply keyboard markup main menu keyboard resize underscore keyboard equals true one time underscore keyboard equals false. Next, update the message text to welcome to BurgerBite. Please choose an option. Finally, attach the keyboard you defined by passing the reply markup parameter when sending the message. Reply underscore markup equals reply underscore markup. Stop. Look at that resize keyboard equals true. This is the most common rookie mistake. By default, Telegram makes buttons tall as the distinct letters allow. They will take up half of the user's screen and look ugly. Always set resize to true to make them look nice, compact buttons. One time underscore keyboard equals false means keep the menu open after they click. Since this is our main dashboard, we want it to stay there. Let's see it in action. Save, restart your bot in the terminal with Ctrl+C and run python main.py. Go to Telegram, type /start. Look at that. No more typing. We have a dashboard. Go ahead and tap Menu Burger. The bot should reply, but wait, it replies with Menu Burger. Why? Because the input fell into our echo handler from the last video. Remember, a reply button is just a shortcut for typing text. The bot receives the text Menu Burger. We haven't told it what to do with that specific text yet. We need to handle these specific phrases. We could write a giant if statement in our echo function. If text equals menu, do this. If text equals cart, do that. But that gets messy fast. Let's use regular expressions to route these efficiently. Now, we'll create separate handler functions to respond when users select menu or contact from the keyboard. These functions allow the bot to send specific messages depending on the user's choice. First, define a handler function for the menu option, async handler underscore menu. Inside this, send a message displaying the available items. Await update.message.reply text. Our menu, new line 1 classic burger, $10, new line 2 cheeseburger, $12, new line 3 fries, $5. When this handler is triggered, the bot will reply with the restaurant's menu. Next, create another handler function for the contact option, async handler_contact. Inside it, send a message directing users to the support account. Await update.message.reply text. Start a chat with our support team here at support user. This allows users to easily reach customer support when they select contact from the bot's menu. Now, we'll connect the buttons from the keyboard to the handlers we created earlier. This step is what makes the bot respond correctly when a user presses menu or contact us. We do this by adding message handlers that listen for specific text and route it to the appropriate function. Go to the section where you register your handlers. Before the echo handler, this is important because handlers are processed in order, add the following: app.addHandler, message handler, filters.regex, menu, handle the contact button, app.addHandler, message handler, filters.regex, contact us. Why the order matters. Handlers are evaluated from top to bottom. If the echo handler comes first, it may capture the message before your menu or contact handlers get a chance to process it. Let's understand the regex filter. The expression filters.regex menu, which means menu, the exact phrase we want to match, so the handler will trigger only if the message is exactly menu with nothing before or after it. This ensures precise matching and prevents accidental triggers from other messages. Warning, common mistake alert. If you put these lines below your echo handler, they will never run. Why? Because the echo handler catches filters.text. Menu burger is text, so the echo handler eats it. You must place specific button handlers above the generic catch-all handlers. Restart the bot, tap menu burger. Perfect. Tap contact us. Perfect. Tap cart. Why? Because we haven't written a handler for it yet, so it fell through to the echo handler. This is exactly what we expect. You know the drill. It's your turn. We have hours button in our code, but if you click it, it does nothing but echo. Your challenge, write an handler_hours async function. Have it reply, we are open 24/7. Register the handler using regex. Make sure it works. Pause the video, do it now. Now, let's add one more feature, a quick response for the hours button. First, we create a small handler function that sends the message when someone asks for the restaurant's hours. Write the function like this: async handler_hours, await update.message.reply text, we are open 24/7, get your midnight snack now. This function simply replies to the user and tells them that the restaurant is open 24/7. Next, we connect the hours button to this function by adding a handler to our application. app.addHandler, message handler, filters.regex, hours. This tells the bot whenever a message exactly matches 9 o'clock hours, trigger the handler_hours function. Finally, restart the bot and test it. Tap the hours button and the bot should immediately reply with the message. Simple, quick, and done. Let's recap what we accomplished so far. We killed the keyboard. We learned how Reply Keyboard markup works. We learned the critical resize keyboard equals true setting. We learned that buttons just send text, and we routed that text using Regex Filters. Your bot is starting to feel like an app. The users are happy. But there is a problem. Tap the menu button again. It just sends a text list. 1 burger, 2 fries. How do I order? Do I have to type, I want 1? That's ugly. That's 1990s technology. We want a store where you can click Add to Cart directly on the product. In Level 3, we're unlocking inline keyboards, buttons that live inside the messages. We'll build a dynamic product gallery where you can click Next, Previous, and Buy. That is where BurgerBite becomes a real shop. Save your code. I'll see you in Level 3.